Good morning, you badass motherfuckers. It's the All on Me, the morning fucking drinking show. Yeah, we coming in the fucking afternoon. It's still time to wake your motherfucking ass up. That's all the time, motherfuckers. I'm your host, Greg, coming on with a daily show talking about life, motherfuckers. We talking about life. Just got back from that road trip. It was epic, man. That was an epic, incredible adventure, really. That was a hell of a journey, man. I knocked out some big time new experiences, from the skydiving, the soaking in some amazing, incredible Colorado hot springs, to man, to being that servant, to being that volunteer, again, doing incredibly hard work, man. Chainsawing for hours on end, moving logs. That's one of the things about us. We got to swamp all of our stuff, carry big, huge logs, men and women alike, man. Hot days, hard work, but very rewarding when we give of ourselves to something greater, right? Service to others, when we got our shit together. Yeah, I'm coming in the fucking afternoon, motherfuckers. It's still called the morning fucking drinking show because it's time to wake your asses up. And guess what? I'm a fucking turn your life around fucking coach. Hit that gym this morning, sticking to the program, but it's been chaotic. It's been chaotic as a motherfucker over here. Here's what I was thinking today. Are you dependable? How dependable of a human being are you? Right? Are you someone, when shit hits the fan, people calling you up, Mr. or Mrs. Dependable? Hey, we need help. I need some help over here. Are you that type of person? Or are you the most undependable person? I'm telling you, that is a fucking real thing in this day and age. People being dependable. I hear managers, business owners, leaders complaining all the time, man. People are becoming less and less dependable. Why? I don't know. I guess what? Don't want to be accountable, right? We think we can just give lip service, just bullshit people, and then we get called out and we get all defensive and become a victim and make it about the other person. It gets crazy. It gets crazy. And, I've been in this leadership game for a minute. Been leading fucking since the back in the days in the military. But right now I got 10 people under my leadership. And again, my type of leadership, you guys, on the ground, is I'm a servant leader, right? There are different types. I'm not authoritarian. Yes, I come hot and heavy, but I would never ask somebody to do something I'm not willing to do. Right. And I walk around this property all day long. I'm picking up trash. I will clean toilets. I will unclog stuff. I will rake. I will clean. I will do whatever it takes. I will clean rooms. I will answer phones. There's nothing I'm not willing to do. But here's the thing. I want people around me that kind of have that same attitude, right? When you see something, you step up. You're dependable, right? And so many people in this day and age, we're not dependable. Why? Because we can't even keep promises to ourselves. Right? That's the shit we've been talking about on the It's All on Me, the morning drinking show. Right? Are you someone? Are you even honest with yourself? Right? How many people do you know that, man, they just bullshit themselves? I knew a lot of people growing up. I had this one really, really good friend of mine, man. He was a pretend Navy SEAL for fucking ever. Right. And it's like, holy shit, I would get sucked in to like these party environments where he would pull me into his fake Navy SEAL stories. And I'm like, stop, dude, what the fuck? This is bullshit, man. Like, this crazy stories. People make up shit. Right. And that's like an extreme kind of version. But man, even the little white lies, right, that we tell ourselves and we represent people. I can tell you, I definitely compromised a lot of my values, my integrity when I ran for political office, city council here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Every day was just a constant, energy of me compromising energy, compromising. That's what that system wants. And that's why I hate motherfucking politicians, because they a bunch of blood sucking motherfuckers, right? They will give you that lip service. They don't got a problem sweet talking you. They do not have a problem sweet talking you, because the thing is once you are drinking the Kool-Aid that they sweet talking you with, they know they can give you a bullshit excuse as to why they had to do something else. And most of y'all just go for it. Oh, okay, I'll understand it. But if that person was a different party and they gave you a bullshit excuse, oh, you want their heads cut off, right? So we pick and choose how we like to see consistency, right? How we like to see people being fucking true to their word, right? We allow a lot of slippery slopes, and especially with ourselves. That's the biggest problem in this day and age, where you are not seeing growth in your life. If you are not seeing growth in your life, right? I'm telling you, a big area that you need to work on is keeping your word to yourself. You have to, right? And we let ourselves off the hook for all kinds of shit. Think back to the last time you told yourself that you were going to stick to something new, right? You were going to start getting in more exercise or switch up some nutrition, or, maybe start doing some volunteering, right? And it's like you just don't ever get around to it, right? Because life just brings so many other things that you don't you don't make it a priority, right? And so the little fucking bitch voice in your head, right? That compromising voice continues to tell yourself, oh, it's okay. It's okay. You're in charge. You're the boss. This is your life. If you don't want to keep your word to yourself, ain't nobody going to really know about it. But people do, right? Because it lowers your self-confidence, right? You can put on a fake even with that, like some cocky, arrogant motherfuckers. I could see fake confidence all day long, fake masculinity, even fake femininity, right? People truly coming through as their authentic selves, right? I mean, how many times have you dated somebody and maybe you were going through a period of not drinking, right? But you go out on a date with someone that's very attractive, and they're like, hey, let's go out, let's drink, let's have fun. And you're like, oh, but I haven't been drinking, but I might as well, right? Because you compromise, like you don't give a fuck. And it's like you told yourself you were not going to drink, but because this person's so attractive and they're drinking, well, I want to be a part of that and I want to get to know them better. So I'm going to fucking sell myself out. And if you don't think that that doesn't leave you less of a fucking version of yourself, every time you do it, big or small, it does. It eats away at your character. It eats away at your integrity with yourself. And it is something I've been working on for years, getting fucking honest with myself, right? I've told myself a lot of fucking bullshit lies, right? I've compromised in ways that I didn't feel comfortable compromising, but I can tell you that I am very securely. You don't come with a message like this, dropping F-bombs every other day if you worried about what other motherfuckers think. If you trying to get fucking popularity, right? All you guys, most of you motherfuckers that check in here and check out, hop in and hop out, you get freaked the fuck out after the first F-bomb. You're like, whoa, this is vulgar. This is too much. It is too much for you because this is real fucking talk. That's why it's too much. You want to get sweet talk. You want to bullshit yourself. You want to bullshit others. You want other people bullshitting you because you don't really want to deal with the fucking real shit. It takes work. It's a process, man, to heal. It's a process to grow. It's a process to change your bad fucking behaviors. How do I know this? Because I've done it. I've gone from being in the fucking ditch to being on top of the world, jumping out of fucking airplanes, living my best life, feeling energized and charged and focused every day, going from small-mindedness to big-mindedness, really putting out some ambitious fucking goals out there that I know if I stay after it little by little, I'm going to get there. I'll tell you a story that we were having in Colorado. I had this with a fellow Team Rubicon group of people, and we were kind of just talking about where we live or cost of living. There was some complaining about politics and shit. All that shit aside, I made mention that one of the places that I do intend to live here in the future is Telluride, Colorado. Well, all these gray shirts, right, my fellow volunteers are all from Colorado. And when you say Telluride, right, it's right here, man. That's how real this shit is. Telluride, it's big money. It's big fucking money, right? And so I mentioned Telluride, and this one gal says, what do you think you're gonna win the lotto or something? And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna build my way there. I'm gonna build my way to that place. That's my goal. That's my vision. And I believe in myself enough, right, that I know I'm capable. I've been there. I was multimillionaire, real estate investor in my 20s, right? Running a business in Southern California, investing in real estate properties. Unfortunately, the economy decided to fucking tank for all kinds of crazy reasons, which clearly set me back from really achieving more success earlier on because I took that loss, right? And guess what? I didn't process it. I didn't process it the proper way. So I put a lot of self-inflicted guilt and stress and just torment, right? I tormented myself as being a fucking failure, right? The economy falls off the cliff, right? My business starts to go downhill because everyone else's fucking life is falling off the fucking cliff. That, like, I saw the writing on the wall, and at least I was visionary enough to see the writing on the wall to say, hold on, shit's getting real. We're going to probably have to sell our properties. We might have to move back home. We're starting a family here. This shit's apocalyptic. It's probably time to fucking swallow the pill, go big or go home, and pack shit up. Liquidate the business. At that time, I was trying to expand my business, and I also tried to sell it. The bank said, we're not going to lend you the money, and we love you. We ain't going to lend this other guy the money. We don't even know the fuck he is. There ain't nothing we could do. And so shit just got really tough. And I've lived through that stuff. Guess what? You've probably lived through some pretty tough shit too. You might even be going through some tough shit right now. That's why the people I keep resonating with are the motherfucking warriors out there, men and fucking women. You've been through the fucking dirt. You've been through hard shit. But so many of us that have been through these tough fucking lives, difficult, challenging lives, feeling like every fucking step is a challenge, a bigger challenge. And it eats at us. That we shrink, we contract as people. We think that we're weak. We feel like we're insignificant, we're unworthy, when it's like, no, holy shit. If you can survive challenges, right, where most people will fucking get crushed by it, and you can persevere enough to just get through it, that's incredible. Most of us don't realize that if you have survived some incredible situations, and you can still put a smile on your face from time to time, every day, you can find some joy in life, you're winning. But yet we consider ourselves losers because of these things that have happened to us, because how they have shaped our personalities and our self-talk, our value, our worth. I've had to deconstruct all of this psychological shit through what? Years of therapy, through the VA, right? Healing my mind, healing my body, healing my energy, putting in clean food in me. It's like it's all interconnected. The more of this shit you do that scrolls around along the bottom of this fucking screen every day, motherfuckers, the more of this stuff you do, the greater your progress gets. But you don't have to have leaps and bounds every day. Little by little. I tell everybody here at the motel that we're renovating, little by little, every day, we're going to improve. Are we completely satisfied with how shit is right now? No. I have been putting out fires all fucking morning. All fucking morning. Even since yesterday, I got back. The minute I got back, I was already putting out fucking fires, getting lit up. Oh shit, he's back. Let's dump all this shit on him. And that's... Why do you think people dump shit on me? Because I'm motherfucking Mr. Dependable. I come through. I don't get crushed by challenges. I don't fucking say, oh, I don't want to make that phone call. I don't want to talk to this complaining guest. No, here, have me to call. You don't want to do it? I'll do it. Right? Does that help the person that works for me? When they shrink to take on a challenge, of course it hurts. It hurts your value. I had 2 conversations today with employees saying, I need you to be the person that doesn't come back to me and say, I didn't see it, or I forgot, or, well, I asked everyone else to do it and they didn't do it, so I'm not feeling supported. And I'm like, no, I need you to be the person. I need you to be the person that if you're seeing something needs to get done, I need you to be the person that goes and gets it done without holding resentment or animosity towards other people, because I need people that I consider dependable, reliable, right? To be the example for the rest of the team. And as you do that in your space, in your fucking network of people, whether that's in work or social networks, when you become the person that becomes dependable, it increases your value. However, I've also seen where that person gets taken advantage of. So I know some of you will use that as a reason why you don't do shit no more. Oh, because you're also weak-minded and you can't set fucking firm boundaries. See, it when you do it out of a willingness to do it and you get rid of resistance, it empowers you to take on challenge, to take initiative, to see a need and say, I'm going to do this, right? And I do it every day I walk around here. I don't have the job to go pick up trash every day. But guess what? There's not one time that I'm walking around this property because of our location and the winds of New Mexico. We get trash all over here. So I set the standard telling people, look, if you walk around this property, please take pride in it. Pick up the little bits of trash. Every little piece matters. It's not my job. I'm the fucking general manager. Why do I could hire 2 people to go pick up trash all day. But I see it and I take initiative. So that way, when things are hard, when things get tough, right? Who do you look for? You're going to look for someone that's unreliable, always bitching and complaining? Are you the always bitching and complaining person? Or are you the someone that says, sure, send me. I'll take that on. That's a fucking challenge, but let's give it a try. I got a can-do attitude and I'm willing to take it on. Because if you pull it off, guess what? Your stock just raised. And a lot of you that complain about your income, you have the power to raise your income. Because, see, the marketplace is a fair place. A lot of us don't think, oh, it's not fair. I mean, if you're bottom feeding, you're going after minimum wage hourly jobs. Yeah, you're going to get paid minimum wage hourly jobs. But the more value you bring to the marketplace, right? It will pay for you, but you got to ask it. I always ask people when I'm doing interviews, like, how much do you want to get paid? And it's so sad. Like, people will literally throw a number and then I'll stay quiet. And then they're like, oh, that's too much. Hold on, I'll take less. And I'm like, wait, why'd you do that to yourself? Why do you do that to yourself? Right? If I was to ask you right now, right, how much money are you worth? Right? How much money, if you could make any amount of money, how much money would you want to make, right, for the rest of this year? Starting right now, for the rest of this year, what number would you like to make? How much money? Any number, folks. Listen to this right now. Just pause and think for fucking 10 seconds. How much money, if you could just throw a number out there, how much money would you like to make from now until fucking December 31st, 2022? How much? What number's in your head? Right? I can tell you mine is fucking crazy. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, people. The number that you are imagining, that you're questioning, like, right away, we try and make logic out of it because maybe a big number comes up and you're like, I don't know how. I've never made that much money in my life, so I'd have to win the lotto or something weird. But it's a big number, so I know I probably couldn't just make that number. Well, here's the thing. The number, regardless of what it is, that's how much you value yourself. Some of you thought 50,000. Some of you might have only said, well, if I could just make like 20,000 or 30. Some of you might have said 1 million. But the thing is whatever you say is what you actually see as being your worth. Some of you need to go way higher. There's a really good book. I've been talking books. I should probably do a book show because I love listening to books. I don't read a lot of books nowadays. I do read on a regular basis, daily basis, but I don't consume books through reading as often as I did in the past. I listen to the books. Great book. It's called The Instant Millionaire. Right? If you're someone that has some ambition for success, financial success, or maybe even just someone that you feel like you don't value yourself enough, you have a low self-worth, low self-confidence, low value, right, of yourself, The Instant Millionaire. It's an incredible book because it really talks about just the psychology behind how we value ourselves, how and the way you value yourself and how you see the world in translation to that value. It's so impactful so that when you are frustrated with, your salary or your hourly, whatever that wage is that you're making, right? When you're frustrated with that, it's all on you, motherfuckers. Like that number is based on you. Oh, well, my work hasn't given me a raise. Well, tell those motherfuckers they either give you a raise or you're walking out the door. Because if you value yourself enough, you would do that, right? And hopefully they would respond. But most of us, we ain't got the fucking balls to do that shit, to walk in and say, hey, I've been working here for 10 years. I've only had 3 raises. I need more. And I need it now. Or I'm leaving. Most people, they'll show you the door. It's a sad thing, right? But look at that as maybe someone takes me up on that. I doubt it. Way too many motherfuckers play scared in this day and age. But here's the thing. You should be looking at your opportunities. You should be journaling down what kind of value you bring to the table. So if there's a certain industry that you're a part of, are you going to a lot of training? Are you continuing to go to school to increase your, credentials so that you improve your value? Are you someone that takes on new projects, maybe outside of your fucking picture or your window of expertise that adds value to the business by having another person on site that's an expert, right? And if your place of business doesn't see that, right, then you're in the wrong place of business. Because see, I'm someone that does see that. I encourage it. That's why I'm telling my people here, saying, look, I need you to be the person that when instead of calling on 4 other people to do it, I need you to be the person that said, maybe you ask one person, nothing, go do it. And then tell me, hey, I got this done. And I'm going to commend that. Right. And a lot of us have a hard time advocating for ourselves. Ask me how I know that. I've had that issue. I don't like to brag about myself. I don't like to just talk up my fucking self. But there is a part of what? My upbringing, right? My insecurities, right? Being always talked down to, being ambitious as a kid and people always poking bubbles in it, right? Feeling like, I'm a burden on them. Right? Or that somehow I'm going to be abandoning people if I try and break away and do something better with my life than people I was raised with. Right? That's another big issue. That's a part of the Big Leap book I've talked about. He talks a lot about that, about how based on your upbringing, that trauma, it's going to play out for the rest of your life on how you advocate for yourself, how you view yourself, how you view situations, right? And that's what we continue to work on here, you guys. This is not just a one and done fucking program. You can't just come in and say, okay, I'm going to meditate one time and then I'm going to be all good to go. No, this is a fucking journey. This is me putting out the call of your life, man. The adventure of your lifetime is truly building that relationship with yourself, a true, authentic, transparent, no bullshit relationship with yourself. How many of us can truly say we have an incredible relationship with ourselves? As much as I know my relationship has improved, and it has improved like, wow, like in major leaps and bounds this past year, it still has a lot of long ways to improve. There's still a lot of old programs that get triggered just depending on all the life's different situations that we encounter, right? We all encounter different shit every single day. But to me, I'm putting a call out there that you listening will become a dependable person, a dependable human being. That when shit's fucking tough, you're someone that someone calls on, right? And even if you're not someone that gets called on, when you see something that needs to get addressed, you take the fucking initiative, right? Because you care. And it's not that you even need credit. You just do it because it's the right fucking thing to do, right? We get so caught up. That's not my job. I don't get paid to do that. Are you that fucking bitch voice person? I don't get paid to do that. That's not my job. You listen to any successful person, they're going to tell you to become successful. You want to be an entrepreneur? You got to do every fucking job. Taking on a position like this, right? Being a general manager, boots on the ground, project manager. I'm willing to do anything, any task, anything I need to do on this property, right? There's nothing I won't do. But see, the thing is the people around me that I'm counting on, that I'm depending on, right? I'm telling them the way you level up alongside me is by becoming that same type of person. Because how can I deny that? I personally can't. I know there's some motherfuckers out there. They will always take advantage of people. They will always take advantage of your efforts. I'm not that person, but I also don't stick around people that take advantage like that. Fuck that shit. If people don't see your efforts, they don't appreciate you for what you do for them, get the fuck away from that. That could be an intimate relationship, a work relationship, a social environment. Maybe you're a part of this type of club. Well, guess what? There's probably the same club across town. You just need to get with some different people, right? Not all people are the same. There is a lot of bad apples out there. And I hope you align yourself with the good ones. I hope if you have had a pattern of being a bad apple, being a complainer, being someone that would say, it's not my job, I'm not doing that, right? Instead of saying, hey, I seen the bathroom ain't been cleaned in a minute. I'll take that on. Most of us won't be willing to do that. Most of us won't be willing to do that. Guess what? Most of y'all motherfuckers won't be willing to go out there on a disaster and volunteer for multiple days or for weeks. You know, there's people flying in from all over the country going to volunteer for weeks doing backbreaking, hard fucking work, dangerous work. And they're doing it from what? Their hearts, right? This gives purpose in life. When you can step up to the challenge, answer the call of human suffering. But even right now, you could be the game changer, the difference maker in your place of work, employment, within your even family. How much bickering do we hear about? Because everyone's wanting to do the least. If you're around people that only want to do the minimum, the bare fucking minimum, well, you're the other bare minimum person. And that's what you're going to get in life. Is the fucking bare minimum. Don't expect maxed out life, fucking travels all over the world, vacations, luxury, happiness, joy, just freedom, right? Real fucking freedom. Real freedom is doing what you want, when you want, with who you want, for as long as you want. That's where I'm headed. And I know the way I get there is I make the sacrifices now, build for the future, add value to my marketplace, add value to people's lives, giving of myself, giving back to myself by investing in my relationship, right? And becoming a dependable person that when you fucking are down and out, even with some of you, I become dependable, man. You guys hit me up all the time. Hit me up with some of your issues, your concerns, your fears, your life circumstances. And for the most part, I try and respond to everybody. There's sometimes I get some stuff and, you know, my life is happening too simultaneously. So I do apologize, right? If I haven't gone back to every single person about every single little issue. But my homage and my commitment to this is to continue getting back on here and continuing to fucking beat the drums, point to the direction that leads to growth, expansion, abundance, success, happiness, joy, peace of mind, all these positive fucking things that most of us, the only time we feel those positive things is when we're what? Taking them hits of pleasure, looking for the little short pieces of pleasure, right? Whether it's food, drugs, alcohol, sex, relationships, shit talking, happy hours, clubbing, all this bullshit, it don't last, right? If that's really the fulfillment of your life, is to say, hey, I went to all these concerts, I went to all these parties, I got drunker than a motherfucker everywhere I went. I've been there, done that, man. That shit wore me the fuck out. I want to finish my life hard. Did you hear that? I'm going to finish fucking hard, right? Not hard as in my life's going to be a struggle, right? You guys have been hearing this stuff, right? Weak men create hard times. We're in hard times right now. Hard times create strong men, right? And women, I'm not trying to make it one gender or another. There's some bad motherfucking women out there kicking ass. And if you're one of them, give me a high five. I believe in you, right? But then what? What happens? After we get hard men, right? Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. It's a fucking cycle. And the problem is that if you have got caught up in that cycle to where you just don't even know if it's good times or bad times or what kind of times it is, I think most people, if we look at the world, we think it's getting worse, right? And it's all perspective. A lot of things are getting worse. There's a lot of things getting better right now. It just depends on how you view things. And that's why I tell you, don't get so caught up on this fucking politics, on any social issue, really. Because in this day and age, depending on what side of the fucking issue that you want to fight for, both sides have amazing arguments that are almost hard to argue. But we do it anyways. We just continue to argue just to fucking argue, man, over bullshit that doesn't change motherfuckers' life. You know what changes lives, right? Is making a choice today to try something new. Making a choice today to start fucking holding yourself accountable. Quit making all those little motherfucking excuses. You know what? I am Mr. Dependable. I've been on this motherfucker since January 1st. Every day. The road, late in the afternoon, it don't matter. It's still wake the fuck up morning. It's still wake the fuck up morning drinking show. Because I'm going to continue talking about life. I'm going to continue to express my passion and my desire to inspire motherfuckers that I believe in to go live your best life. But it starts with getting honest with yourself. Quit bullshitting yourself. Quit bullshitting all these other motherfuckers. Become dependable. Quit making excuses. Quit passing the fucking buck. Every time you pass the buck, every time you don't do something, someone's got to clean up after you. That's not right, man. Let's stop that shit. Quit passing the fucking buck. Take ownership. Build the confidence. That's what most people are scared about. You don't feel confident enough to be able to say, you know what? I fucked up. That's on me. That's it. Oh shit, that sounds so familiar, right? I fucked up. That's on me. Everybody's gonna be like, wait, what? You're not blaming everyone else? You're not trying to run to become the victim of all victims? Oh, well, the only reason why I did that was because they did this and this and this and this. It's like, it's a never-ending fucking story. Be the person that the buck fucking stops right here, right now. Quit making them motherfucking excuses, because you know the drill. Results kill excuses. It's all on me. Greg's out.